What is up, you legends? We are going over the 475% SPX put plays. First, huge shout out to WhaleStream. If you haven't, check them out. Trade flow. They are partly the reason why I got into it. So when I look at the chart, I do two different sets of levels. One being the daily key level, but then I also do a 65-minute key levels, which is much more granular to help out on the smaller time frame. So this is before the market starts and opens, but you'll see I have a few things on my chart. The Camarilla pivot. Camarilla pivot is basically a psychological and mathematical breakdown of pivot points intraday. But I'm going to show you where I got into puts. So after we gapped up into the top portion of a Camarilla pivot, where there is potential for reversal, you were getting long wicks here immediately. I did get into puts early, but then when it got over this level, this 4,008, I was waiting to get out of puts if it confirmed over this 4013 level. And when we got this candle here, where these two back-to-back candles with rising volume, as you can see comparatively, long wicks and small bodies, and this being a key level not only on the daily but on the 65-minute, that's when I got into puts. And when you see the rest of the day play out, great day to be great, huh? I wanted to go through how I use WhaleStream because a setup just happened that is unbelievable in SPX. So you'll see that there is big move to the downside right now. After it kind of bounced in this reversal area, I have a few key levels here on the daily side frame. You know, the 3903 was a big level for me, but right here is where it intrigued me the most, especially with WhaleStream, and what gave me a little bit more extra confluence to enter into puts here. One, obviously, rising price, lowering volume, rejecting the 9 EMA. That is, you know, a very standard setup that you look for. But when you put this in confluence with what WhaleStream shows you in terms of live flow, you could see a few minutes ago, you know, the great thing about this is that it gives you live information, but it also gives you, you know, with my merge flow, I use SPX and SPY on here. Merge flow, which is both buys and sells, but then it also gives you sentiment across the board, which you'll see up top. So less than 6 minutes ago, it was 0.88, and now it went up to 1.22, which is pretty bearish. But as it was climbing up towards that 9 EMA here, what you ended up seeing was all this put flow come in, okay, on both SPX and SPY. All right. Yes, you had some other moves come in, and right now it's 10:14 a.m., by the way. So you'll see these are a little bit all over the place. But then you start to see some of these bigger moves come in for bigger money. And so right now, and at that point is when I came in on puts at that rejection, because the sentiment was bearish. You were getting a lot of flow quickly coming in at a very critical point. So it being at the 9 EMA, obviously that's an area for me, at least specifically, to look for an area of entry. And then when you see that put flow come in and it shift that quickly in terms of sentiment, going from 0.88 to 1.25, leaning bearish, that's just another level of confluence and reasoning for me to get into a trade. So again, you just saw a ton on WhaleStreams. You saw a ton of flow just come in. One, calls selling, which on here also visually shows up as red. Two, massive puts being bought way out of the money. All right. I'll play it out loud with you because of the sentiment that I got with WhaleStream on top of it and on top of everything else. So we'll see what happens. Just a quick update on what's happened since the first part of the video where we had the flow. We saw the flow come in. A huge move in sentiment and market sentiment that was triggered on there and on WhaleStream at a critical point in and at the chart in terms of like the 90 MA and key levels. Since then, I said I was getting into puts. Since then, up 99%. Just low key. Go check out WhaleStream. I mean, Jesus. What else do you want?